So I just thought I'd check in with everybody and say that what I was talking about this morning was how I need to accept the reality of my situation and not tell myself stories that will cause me to hold on longer than I need to hold on. And I still agree with that, although I do tend to continue to tell myself stories about like no, it's over and I accept it, it's fine. Not it's fine, but you know what I mean, like I'm accepting it and I'm not going to make up any stories and blah 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 to try and make myself feel better, and then I make up stories to try and make myself feel better. Like, okay, well, I faced that harsh reality, now let's have some fantasy. Like, it's just like you're just undoing everything you just did. But my feeling is I'm not going to beat myself up for it. I am going to just take it as what it is, which is progress. It's to be expected, right? The ups and downs are to be expected. So just gotta kind of go with it. And every time I've been doing, I did, I was able to be a bit productive today, which was great. And, anytime it kind of stuck in my heart or stuck in my stomach, or like I caught it right here, I relaxed, I breathed, I acknowledged, I observed. A lot of times I made up stories, but these are the things that I was doing and was able to get back to work. And it's not ignoring the thought, I'm not pushing it away. Maybe I'm pushing it away a little bit. I don't think so. I mean, there has to be a certain balance, right? Like, you can't just sit and feel everything all the time because you have work to do. But I don't think I'm pushing it. Maybe I'm pushing it a little way. I'm pushing it. Let's be honest. I'm pushing it away a little bit, especially with making up stories about how in the future, who knows, right? So, because the future who knows things, not predicated on a thing that I really want to happen. But it's natural to think the thoughts that you're thinking, right? It's just the thought, like, well, if I can't even say it, it's not a nice thought. It's not a nice thought, and I don't like it, and I'm uncomfortable with it. But I also think it's something that people would naturally, it would come to mind, and it's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up for that either. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to observe it. I'm going to let it go, because if I beat myself up over it and I keep thinking about it and I let that get stuck, I'm just going to get stuck on it, right? It's just going to be yet another blockage and another thing that adds on to all that stuck energy. And I want to just let it go. I want to get to the other side of this. I've been listening a lot. Like, if you know anything about what I've been doing, which you probably don't, and there's no reason you should, but I've been listening to The Untethered Soul, Michael Singer's, all Michael Singer's works. And what was I about to say? We're talking about getting all that energy stuck and letting go of it, and I don't remember what my point was, but I've been listening to those books and the lecture series, and you don't want to hold on to anything. You want to let it go, let it pass through you. But I think that includes, like, not beating yourself up for things, or at least that's what I'm going with, because that's something I'm very familiar with and something I've done a lot of in the past, and that really does just keep it with you. You know what I mean? It does. You gotta let it go, or I gotta let it go. Right? So stop blaming myself for thoughts or feelings. Just observe them and let them pass through. And even the ones that are sad, I'm fighting this thing. I have had not have, I have had in the past, because not happening anymore, right? Trouble with accepting reality. And yeah, me and reality were like, and you know what? Reality always won. So maybe stop fighting it. It's the way to go. But yeah, I'm noticing patterns, my thought patterns, and that's a good thing. So I'm proud of myself for that. Pat myself on the back for noticing thought patterns that are not useful. But yeah, whenever I make myself face the harsh reality, like within a few minutes, I'm like, okay, good job. Now let's think about if it weren't real. How much nicer would that be? Like, okay, so I think the key there is to laugh at myself, because any other reaction would be silly. You know, I mean, okay, all right, I see what you're doing there, brain. So I think here a good sense of humor about yourself is important, and not taking anything too seriously, even your serious emotions and feelings and thoughts. They're all our experience in life, right? They're all part of our consciousness. I can't recommend Michael Singer's stuff enough, but basically one of the major concepts is like the universe started, right? And all this amazing things, like, and he goes into it, like all these amazing things from the Big Bang keep going and keep going and keep going for 14 billion years, and we end up to where we are right now, right? This exact moment where everything, all the atoms in the universe and everything in the universe is where it is at this moment, and we have consciousness, and we are here to view it. We are here experiencing it. So really, our inner states, our feelings and our thoughts, our preferences, let's put it that way, our preferences don't really matter, because look at everything. Michael Singer explains it a lot better, but it's a really, really comforting way of looking at things, and everything seems better when I read these books. So read the books. But also, you know, in the future, I want to start talking more about not just about navigating these emotions for the first time after being in depression, but I want to start talking about depression itself, what it's like. And you know, my problem a year ago, like almost exactly a year ago, was COVID hit, right? And I was actually given the chance to not worry about where the next dollar is going to come from. The place that I was at was, and I'm still not financially doing great, but I am changing that. I'm in the process of changing that. And basically what I really want to start doing with these Facebook Lives, in addition to talking about how I'm navigating these emotional times, is to talk about how, you can be middle-aged and depressed and broke and think that your entire life is basically over because you fucked it up. Well, too bad, I fucked it up and that's it, right? Because, how many times, how much, you don't really see that. If you make it to a certain age and you screwed up and your life's not going well, it's kind of like, it's on you. And if you fucked it up, tough shit. And that's kind of how I was feeling about it. Like, well, there's no hope. And I was able to really do some serious soul searching and some serious work on myself last year, because COVID had us all cooped up at home, right? And that was the start of me getting out of a decade-long depression. And what happened was that I started getting closer to my spirituality, my center, my spirituality, and I started connecting back again to what you know, my idea of a larger power is the universe in general, and we can discuss that another time. But I started really examining my thought processes and also asking for help. And once you open yourself up, we'll have to go. I mean, it's so much that, and I want to go through it because I really want to help anybody who feels that way, because I really had lost all hope for my life. I really did. I thought my life was going to be like, I dreaded every day. Like waking up was just like, oh, I'm here. I'm still here. But I want to reach out to anybody out there who feels that way, and show them like, hey, if I can do this, like, you can do this. And it's tough, it's work, but it's worth it, and it brings joy, and you can have hope, and you can improve things. Your life isn't over until it's over. So thank you for joining me on this journey, and I will be talking to you soon more about, you know, how I'm handling the breakup in a different way than I've handled these situations before. And it's better, guys. It's much better. I mean, it hurts. It sucks. It sucks. And it hurts. But it can be much better than it's been. And if I can say that, like, honestly, if I can say that, anyone can say that. So I hope you're having a great night. I'm gonna go get ready for bed because I have started a new schedule, and I am getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to bed at 10 so I can get my beauty rest. So anyway, I hope you all remember that you can always choose, even when you're sad and it hurts, but you can always choose to have a grateful day or night, as it may be.